Eminem is one of the most successful and most streamed rap artists of all time. But what many people don't realize is that his first album was an absolute flop. What's going on, YouTube? So listen, we got an exciting one on deck today. As you guys know, we did a live stream to Eminem's album Infinite. Now, when he dropped that, a lot of people were comparing him to AZ and Nas, which is fair. It had an old school East Coast flow. It was multi-syllabic. It was very conscious style hip hop that Eminem was giving us. But what Eminem soon realized is that that was not selling for him. So thanks to his friend Proof, rest in peace, who pushed him and the Dirty Dozen to create their alter egos, Slim Shady was soon born. But there was one song that announced the world to Shady. One song that once Dr. Dre heard it, he turned to Jimmy and said, "We have to find this man immediately." I'm talking about Still Don't Give a Fuck, which a lot of people have heard. But what many people have not heard is the original version that was released on the Slim Shady EP, not the LP. So even though Christmas might be over, don't worry, Santa Knox has your hangover cure right here. I have dove into the world of the internet and I have found the original EP version, and that's what we're gonna react to right now.
Whoa, I get your hands in the air and get the clapping them and like back and forth because this is what you thought it wasn't. It means the brothers representing the Dirty Dozen. I be the FRO, the double G.
Shout out to Frog Dog, he's shouting out the Dirty Dozen D12, but you hear the beat and you hear the harpsichords underneath of this. And I think there's a really interesting story to this because this beat is similar to the Slim Shady LP version, but also it's a little bit different too. And even the producer tags are different. So Denon Porter, who we all know, a part of the Dirty Dozen, is credited for production on this. And Denon told a really interesting story about how he came across this. So he was at a yard sale and he was given this crate full of records. And in the crate full of records, he found this Bob James sample. And Bob James originally reinvented this and took this from a French composer back in the day. So we're going back into classical harpsichord sounds to take this and spin it into a sample for hip hop. And that's what Denon did. And Denon knew that Eminem wanted to really launch his Slim Shady alter ego, that he really wanted to take things in a new direction because M was frustrated. Infinite flopped. Eminem wasn't getting anywhere. He was struggling. He was poor. He was trying to make it. You know, he was willing to do anything at this point. So to announce this new alter ego, Denon felt like he had to find like a sample that's really out there for hip hop. So why not some classical French composition? And all of a sudden, Still Don't Give a Fuck, and this beat is born. Incredible story, man.
The Dirty Dozen. I be the FRO, the double.
Him. Dun, 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 dun. It's like, man, I feel like I don't know. I need like long stockings on and I need to like dance around with a wig on my head. Maybe later.
Yeah, and check out my man. He goes by the name of
Slim Shady, brain dead like Jim Brady. I'm a M80, you little like that Kim lady. I'm buzzing.
Slim Shady, Jim Brady, Kim Lady. I love how he punches in right away. Just again with a very different flow than the Infinite flow. And him announcing sort of a new cadence and style that he's giving us. But Jim Brady, back in the day when the assassination attempt on Reagan happened, right? Jim was hit and Jim suffered from brain damage. So M is saying like he's brain dead. He's so out there like the Jim Brady. So Eminem already starting with just like this wild, like, hang on. Did he really say that? Like, he's trolling someone who's suffering from brain damage? Yes, he is. Welcome to the world of Shady.
Dead like Jim Brady. I'm a M80, you little like that Kim lady.
An M80 fireworks he's about to blow at any single moment. I mean, they are banned in most countries and you need like a license to use them.
Brain dead like Jim Brady. I'm a M80, you little like that Kim lady. I'm buzzing, Dirty Dozen, naughty rotten rhymer. Cursing that you play is worse than Marty Schottenheimer. You acting in the motherfucker.
Hey. As a Commanders fan, we once had Marty Schottenheimer, but yeah, he was known for his outbursts on the sidelines and yelling, right? Dirty, rotten rhymer. Marty Schottenheimer. Ridiculous multi-syllable rhyme schemes. You know how I like talk about M songs nowadays and how good he is at like taking people's full names and just bending them into rhymes? Well, here's the origins of that right here.
Rotten rhymer. Cursing that you play is worse than Marty Schottenheimer. You acting in the motherfucker you bitch your style from. You ain't gonna sell 2 copies if you press a double album. Admit it. Fuck.
Heard that freestyle. M used that in the 97 Rap Olympics. There's a few lines on this that are actually found in Eminem freestyles. And you could tell like Eminem like delivered and was like, I really like that line. I'm going to hold on to this. So if you have a double album, basically you haven't sold anything. You haven't even sold 1 copy because you couldn't press 2 of them.
Style from. You ain't gonna sell 2 copies if you press a double album. Admit it. Fuck it. While we coming out in the open, I'm doing that. smack coke and smoking dope then. My name is Marshall Mathers, I'm an alcoholic.
I'm Marshall.
I have a disease and they don't know what to call it. Better hide your wallet, cause I'm coming up quick to strip your cash. Bought a ticket to your concert to come and whip your ass. Bitch, I'm coming out swinging. So
I like that line. It really is. I mean, M talked about this in interviews and said, you know, at this time, they were getting evicted from the house. Haley was like a year old, and he's trying to figure out where he's going to pay the bills. And life really kicked him to the curb, and he hadn't made it yet. Like this song, you can't get much hungrier and more at rock bottom than this Eminem right here, and just how he feels. And you could just hear that hunger and that pissed off nature. It's like this is his outlet to just vent and to just get all the frustrations out and let it go. And obviously when you go into Alcoholics Anonymous, you announce yourself, hi, my name is. So in this case, get it? We're having a different flip on hi, my name is Marshall Mathers. I'm an alcoholic.
I'm Marshall.
I have a disease and they don't know what to call it. Better hide your wallet, cause I'm coming up quick to strip your cash. Bought a ticket to your concert to come and whip your ass. Bitch, I'm coming out swinging so fast that it make your eyes spin. You getting knocked the fuck out like Mike Tyson. The proof is in the pudding. These stats to Sean Holtman. I'll slit your motherfucking throat worse than Ron Goldman. So when you see me on your block with
Ron Goldman was the man that OJ murdered, or no, he didn't murder. Sorry, if the gloves fit or they don't fit, you must acquit. And then the line before that, the proof is in the pudding. You know the famous idiom that, you have to check the proof within the pudding to make sure that it's ready. Like Eminem is ready for this. He's ready to blow. Versus Ask Proof, a.k.a. his homie Proof. Come on, man.
I'll slit your motherfucking
Deshaun Holton.
throat worse than Ron Goldman. So when you see me on your block with 2 blocks screaming fuck the world like Tupac, I just don't give a fuck. Talking that shit behind my back, Dirty Mac and telling your boys that I'm
I love this beat, man. It's like a dark carnival gone wrong.
just don't give a fuck. Talking that shit behind my back, Dirty Mac and telling your boys that I'm on crack. I just don't give a fuck. So put my tape back on the rack. Go run and tell your friends my shit is whack. I just don't give a fuck. But see me on the street and duck, cause you gon' get stuck, stoned and snuck.
Brr, brr. You hear those other just like weird sample sounds? Like that's also, what was it? T-Ski, I think. So there's like 2 different samples that Denon took and really ran with on this beat just to make this carnival ride of horror fun.
When you see me on your block with 2 blocks screaming fuck the world like Tupac, I just don't give a fuck. Talking that shit behind my back.
Tupac had a song, Fuck the World. Also his album, Me Against the World. Love the Tupac shout out right there.
Fuck the world like Tupac, I just don't give a fuck. Talking that shit behind my back. Dirty Mac and telling your boys that I'm on crack. I just don't give a fuck. So put my tape back on the rack. Go run and tell your friends my shit is whack. I just don't give a fuck. But see me on the street and duck, cause you gon' get stuck, stoned and snuck. Cause I just don't.
You're going to get stuck. I thought it was stoned, but stole and snuffed, right? He's got weed bars right there. Like basically he's going to pack you, roll you up, and light your ass. He's going to give you that smoke if you want it. But also you hear like he's taking like those deep inhales, like he's doing drugs before he introduces us to Psychotic Slim Shady on this track.
Well, see me on the street and duck, cause you gon' get stuck, stoned and snuck. Cause I just don't give a fuck. I'm nicer than Pete, but I'm on a search to crush a milk bone. I'm everlasting. I melt vanilla ice like silicone. I'm ill enough to
Wow. See, a lot of people do not appreciate the depth of those bars. Eminem just goes on a ridiculous white MC rapper scheme right there, which starts off with being nicer than Pete. Prime Minister Pete Nice, he shouts out right there, and he says that he's nicer than him on the mic. And then he's on a search to crush a milk bone. MC Search, another white rapper, and then Milkbone, another white artist who he's going to crush. Milkbone actually responded to him after this one.
stuck, stoned and snuck. Cause I just don't give a fuck. I'm nicer than Pete, but I'm on a search to crush a milk bone. I'm everlasting.
And then Pete Nice and MC Search were also a part of Third Base. Wanted to shout them out.
I melt vanilla ice like silicone.
I'm everlasting, right? He's here for forever. Versus Everlast, who we know he got into a huge beef with. We did a huge live stream on that. And then he melts Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice got mad and upset and responded to M, but M loves to take shots of Vanilla, man.
I'm on a search to crush a milk bone. I'm everlasting. I melt vanilla ice like silicone. I'm ill enough to just straight up dish you for no reason.
And then like silicone because he's calling Vanilla Ice fake. Let's go.
I melt vanilla ice like silicone. I'm ill enough.
It is a ridiculous 2 bars. I had to
Just
pause.
straight up dish you for no reason. I'm cold in it's no season when it's 20 below freezing. Flavor with no seasoning. This is the sneak preview. I dish your magazine and still won't get a weak review. I make your freak leave you. Smell the
I like that bar. He's just got some great one-liner punchlines. It's almost like battle rap kind of bars and punchlines here. I dish your magazine, but still my album's so nice, you can't even give me a bad review on it.
I dish your magazine.
Benzino won't like that one.
You won't get a weak review. I make your freak leave you. Smell the Folgers crystals. This is lyrical combat. Gentlemen, hold your pistols. What I form.
Smell the Folgers crystals. You know, like the instant coffee Folgers crystals. Like, wake up to this, but also he's telling you to like sniff those crystals as he takes like that ad lib. Eminem also is introducing us to his just crazy ad libs, right? I love some of just the noises that he chooses to make off of punchlines just to accentuate them further, man.
Smell the Folgers
It just adds so much personality and color and character to it.
crystals. This is lyrical combat. Gentlemen, hold your pistols. What I form like Voltron and blast you with my soda missiles. Slim Shady. Eminem.
Hold your pistols, shoulder missiles. Shout out to Voltron, baby, childhood.
Pistols. What I form like Voltron and blast you with my soda missiles. Slim Shady. Eminem was the old initials. Extortion, snorting, supporting abortion. Pathological liar, blowing shit out of proportion. Delunious, zanious, spontaneous, sporadic. Impulsive thinker, compulsive drinker. Addict, half animal, half
Impulsive thinker, compulsive drinker, and then he gets back to the sporadic, addict, playing off that amazing like internal multi-syllable rhymes, then back to the external schemes, man.
spontaneous, sporadic. Impulsive thinker, compulsive drinker. Addict, half animal, half man.
I think it's the rawness on the mic too. Addict, da-da-da-da, and he kind of lets it marinate. It's almost like he's like freestyling, like he's in a battle right now. Just the way that he handles and goes into attack mode on these verses and just the style of flow that he chooses.
Sporadic, impulsive thinker, compulsive drinker. Addict, half animal, half man. Dumping your dead body inside of a fucking trash can with more holes than an Afghan. So when you see me on your block with
An Afghan blanket, which is, you know, quilted and has a bunch of holes in it, versus dumping your body into a trash can with a bunch of holes.
inside of a fucking trash can with more holes than an Afghan. So when you see me on your
How long ago did this drop? Was there conflict in Afghanistan too? Do you want to take it that far? Maybe we'll give it to him.
block with 2 blocks, screaming fuck the world like Tupac. I just don't give a fuck. Talking that shit behind my back, dirty Mac and telling your boys that I'm on crack. I just don't give a fuck. So put my tape back on the rack. Go run and tell your friends my shit is whack. I just don't give a fuck. See me on the street and duck, 'cause you finna get stuck, stolen, snuck. I just don't
Love the S alliterations, man.
give a fuck. Somebody let me out this limousine. I'm a cage demon on stage screaming like Rage Against the Machine. I'm convinced I'm a fiend.
Shout out to Rage Against the Machine, obviously. Now you do what they told ya. There's a little bit of yelling that goes on
I'm
there.
a cage demon on stage screaming like Rage Against the Machine. I'm convinced I'm a fiend. Shooting up while this record is spinning. Clinically brain dead. I don't need a second opinion. Bump dropping a jewel. I'm flipping a sacred treasure. I bite your motherfucking style just to make it fresher. I can't take.
Another great freestyle bar that he's used before. I bite your motherfucking style just to make it fresher.
I'm flipping a sacred treasure. I bite your motherfucking style just to make it fresher. I can't take the pressure. I'm sick of bitches. Sick of nagging bosses bitching while I'm washing dishes. In school I
Sick of nagging bosses bitching while I'm washing dishes. Da 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 da. See that just very like ping pongy back and forth with the flow, and then the internal vowel schemes that he bounces off of there. So good again, man.
pressure. I'm sick of bitches. Sick of nagging bosses bitching while I'm washing dishes. In school I never said much. Too busy having a head rush. Doing too much rush. Had my face flushed like red blush. Then I went to Jim Beam. That's when my face sprayed. Went to gym in 8th grade. Raped the women's swim team. Don't take me for a joke.
I forgot that line was in this version. That line was obviously taken out because the label did not like that. M talking about going in and doing that word against the 8th grade women's swim team. How you
My
doing?
face sprayed. Went to gym in 8th grade.
And then obviously your face graying from Jim Beam, because if you're an alcoholic, you start to get more of a pale gray complexion to your skin tone.
The women's swim team. Don't take me for a joke. I'm no comedian.
This part of the video is sponsored by Michael Phelps.
Too many mental
Keep swimming.
problems got me snorting coke and smoking weed again. I'm going up over the curb.
Wow, I just implied that he did. No, sorry, I'm going to take that one back. What is wrong with me today?
Too many mental problems got me snorting coke and smoking weed again. I'm going up over the curb, driving on the median. Finally made it home, but I don't got the key to get in. So when you see me on your block with 2 blocks, screaming fuck the world like Tupac, I just don't give a fuck. Talking that shit behind my back, dirty back and telling your boys that I'm on crack. I just don't give a fuck.
See, I like the Pac shout out for the hook, because for me, M's paying homage to hip hop like he always does. So you have that connection, but at the same time, this whole I just don't give a, and just holding that out, just like this conversational tone and just the way that he approaches this sort of crazy, spontaneous, deluded drug addict that just says wild things and really gets your head turning. And he's got a self-deprecating humor. And then he talks about like real issues because he's struggling and he's poor as shit. So you combine all this mixture and you can tell why as soon as Dre heard this, he's like, wow, this is not something I heard before. Like, I need to work with this dude immediately. Get him out here.
I take back on the rack. Go run and tell your friends my shit is whack. I just don't give a fuck. See me on the street and duck. Cause you finna get stuck, stolen, snuck. I just don't give a fuck. Yeah, fuck that outsider. Takes one.
You hear him say F everyone, and then he shouts out the Outsiders. Young Z, Pace One. Notice how he doesn't shout out a certain person. And maybe that's why they're still mad to this day. And that's why they dropped that Eminem diss. And I had to respond to that. You know who we're talking about, but we won't speak at the dead here today. But Eminem was a part, well, an honorary part of the group, the Outsiders, at one point in time. That's why I get the shout out towards the very end as it fades out. But yeah, that was, I do like the production of the Slim Shady LP version, but I like the rawness to this original version. And I like just Denon's vision for this one. I think it really contributes to just that M rawness and that M hunger. Eminem, you were Knoxville certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, for some reason you're here at the end, obviously enjoying the content. Do me a huge favor, support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. Really, really does go a long way. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay positive. This is More Like Knoxville. You know, I'll catch you again.